Test, test. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. Cool. This stream is intended for educational purposes and is not intended to be used as financial advice. Hope you guys are well. I'm getting a few screens ready. Hope all is well. Been a crazy day. Not gonna lie. It's been fun. Needless to say. But hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are not getting chopped up. Hope you're reading your colors right, and I hope you're enjoying the weather because it's finally starting to cool down. Unless you're in Europe, I hope it stays nice and toasty, and we'll get into that. So, I had to get rid of the last stream that covered the creek, so I'm going to go over that real quick. And I'm going to keep it really simple. And my story around this. So, let's take a minute. Yeah, case of the Mondays, for sure. I mean, you always go into the weekend and you see stuff like moving on Sunday, and you're like, is it really going to pop? I don't really know. But anyway, we got the Only Jared, we got Mashed Potato, got EG Proxy, got Wowie, Fletch, Pew Martian. Let's go. Good to have you guys here. You guys seem to always hit up the streams. It's awesome. So anyway, I covered this last time and I screwed up the stream and I had to end up deleting it. And I figured we'd cover it again real quick. And if you guys follow my Twitter, you know that I've been calling out for a creek since about the end of August. And it took about a month to fully play out, and it kind of played out to a T. And I'm a little bit proud of it, not gonna lie, because not many people called it out at all. And some of the people that like kind of follow me but never comment or anything are posting up creek jump charts now. So I'm just like, hey bro, at least at me, por favor. I didn't see anybody else talking about creeks before I got my bids into the 18s. So, anywho, as you can see, we have a rainbow trend here. We have our pivot order blocks marked out. If you're not a rainbow trend person, that's totally fine. Definitely come check us out on our website and join the Discord. It's free Discord, no paywalls or anything, and you can come talk to real rainbow traders and see what we're talking about. Because we caught this, not many others did. And I frankly was upset that I caught it what I thought was late, and I was actually a month early. So this is the exact same setup we had, almost not to a T, but last summer Bitcoin did this. And these creeks are based loosely off of some of these Wyckoff charts. I don't care which chart you get, just look for a chart with a nice creek in it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because right now, this is what we're dealing with right now. We're in like the 8, 9, we're in like this area. We're 11, 12. And we spotted this creek. They don't really call it in Wyckoff charts a mountain or a hill, but that's what I refer to it. And it's a range high sweep that is typically a little higher than the previous highs, and it FOMOs people into longing it because on paper it's a higher high. And what do we do with higher highs? We tend to get long, right? But the problem is you're getting long at the very, very top of a range, and you're betting that the range breaks. And if the range doesn't break, you just got like the worst position ever, and that's what these damn things do. And this kind of threw me off because it was a weird bull flag, I guess. I mean, bear flag. It threw me off. It was weird. But when we got around here, my lights finally went off, and I was like, okay, that's the range high sweep. And with rainbow trends, or like if you trade colors, you spotted it as well. Hell, if you're better than me, you spotted it even earlier. Because this is the key here. You see that we have purples and blues. Then we only have blues and greens. Same amount of RSI roughly. And then this was just straight up greens with no RSI. Higher high, but then it rolled over. So typically, every time I said is like, if you break through these resistance blocks, these pivot blocks, you want to knock through it, and you want volume to blow out. And you want to see the bulls show up, and you want to see them send it. What we saw here was they barely broke higher highs, and then they rolled over and died. And that's not what you want to see for bullish continuation, because if the bulls aren't there eating it up, it's not going to go any higher. And that's when we started working our way down. We started working through accumulations, and we had 3 different levels. We finally had the range low sweep here for like half, maybe 12 hours or so. And then we shot back up and we jumped the creek. And this chart is hard because a lot of people want to be like to the T with Wyckoff. That's not what I do. And frankly, I don't care if I grab an accumulation chart or a distribution chart. It's the same thing. You're in a trading range high prints. You get the sweep down to 8, 9, 10, which no one wants to bid. The whales bait the entire market, and then they full send it up. Now, if it's distribution, it'll come back down, and then we nuke, right? But for the moment, we're trying to long this creek jump all the way up to the range high, and not get baited into longing this. We want to long, the whales want you to long here, while the whales long down here in secret, and we're flipping the script. We're trading colors. We're seeing what these whales can do, and we're on to them, right? We were taking profit up here. This is the profit range. This is the get long range. These down here, right? So let me draw my other pivot order block. And I'm going to keep drawing these with these green and red triangles just so it gets easier and easier and easier. Because you're going to see your pivots on the chart, these dashed lines, and you need to draw little blocks where you're going to see your orders, right? That's what you like see TraderMan talk about, like order blocks. That's what we're talking about right here. So anywho, we printed down, and we got our 8, 9, 10, and we shot up. And now we're in the first order block. So we're not textbook here yet up to like the CD. We're like right here. So we have jumped. Now we're kind of going through here. And now if we play out the chart to a T, and I'm not a person that's like going to bet that we get up here. By God, I'm taking profits here. I'm not betting on the world that we're going to go back up here. That's just not my thing. I'm going to gladly take my long from here to here and then kind of get out. And that's what I've done so far. But technically, if we play this chart out to the T, right, we're going to come up to here like 25K, do our last point of supply, and then go. Now, that's a really, really bullish thing to say. So I'm hesitant to say that, but maybe we get it during midterm elections. Maybe the Russian war ends. Maybe the Fed pivots. Maybe inflation comes under control, and then we can talk about that. But I'm not going to tell you guys like YOLO think you're going to go get 30K in a month. It's possible. You could argue in a TA manner that's on par, but it's a little on the hopium side. Just being real. But we nailed this trade. Pivot to pivot, or pivot block to pivot block. Nailed it. And we risked off here. We got sell signals along the way. We got our entry signals here. We had some early entry signals here. Didn't get them down here on the 4 hour. Let me check it on the 2. We did get a lower 2, but nothing yet. So, anywho, that's kind of another sneak shot of the entry signal that we'll be dropping later this month. Which, by the way, we are quote unquote shooting for the end of the month. So roughly 2 to 3 weeks or 3 weeks or so, we should have the new website launched and all the new tools launched. Thank you guys for sticking it out with us, because honestly, I thought developing tools to chase whales would be the hard part. I had no idea websites were so hard. And if you can't tell, my junky website that I made with the Square Builder is functional but not ideal. The new one's like really good, and we're gonna have the new tools and explanations and animations and all that. We're even getting some AI art in it, so it's kind of cool. A lot of people probably won't care, but we got a lot of time and money into it, so I'm happy about it, and hope it better spreads the message, because I understand like these charts look crazy, and if you go look at this kind of crazy website, it's like but it works, and that's the important part. We can worry about the flair and the marketing later, and that's kind of what we're doing, and we're gonna get the hard launch done, quote unquote, knock on wood, end of the month. If it goes out another week or two, please don't send us any hate mail, please. Our heart's in the right place. But that's where we're at. This is Bitcoin. Now, are our eyes on Bitcoin right now? No. Does anybody know why? Because the Ethereum merge that we have been talking about for what seems like half a decade is coming in roughly 2 days. Allegedly, the better timers, there's a better website than this, but it doesn't look as good, and I don't remember what the name of it is. I think they're saying Thursday is when this is going to drop. Now, that being said, look at look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's jumping the creek, but it's still not above the range high. You want to check out Ethereum? Ethereum's way up. This was the range high for Ethereum, and we're way above it. But check it out. We hit this pivot. This pivot order block. We didn't get through it. We rejected it today, and now it's kind of falling. So I'm just like, I don't know. Is it priced in? Is that 2.0 going to be hot? The truth is, no one freaking knows, and that's kind of the beauty of like Rainbow Theory in general. When you can't tell what you're doing or what the whales are doing, you sit on your hands and you just watch, and you wait for them to show them to you, right? Like that's kind of like the idea. When I get my purples and pinks, I really can see and know what the whales are doing. When I'm getting my whites and yellows, I really know what they're doing. When we're messing around in greens and reds and blues and stuff like that, it's kind of And especially because I know this big date is coming around Thursday. So I need to move that to there. So it's coming, and we don't really know what's going to happen. I can tell you there is a lot of bets long, and there's a lot of bets short. So I don't really know. And the truth is, you should be honest with yourself. You don't know either. That's a big thing. People are long to the wind. This is something I planned years ago and stacked away a lot of stuff into cold storage specifically for this merge. And I'm in the position where I don't care. If it nukes, I'm gonna buy it hard. If it goes parabolic, let's roll. But technically speaking, I think ETH is going to deliver. I think Vitalik is going to deliver the merge, and we're going to move on. And ETH 2.0 starts this week. I think that's happening. Now, if it doesn't happen, mind you, it's not all over. There's a lot of people FOMOing on Twitter that don't know a single thing about Ethereum, and they just want to talk about Bitcoin. Truth is, if the merge fails, they get to restart and try again at a later date. So, I definitely wouldn't be doing a bunch of transactions when this hits, but like I'm not worried about my Ethereum disappearing. I can tell you that. So it's gonna stay in cold storage, and they can go kick the can down the road, try again. Now, if they mess it up and they have to try again, price will definitely tank. But it's not gonna, knock on wood, it's not gonna go Luna on us, right? So that's the idea. But it's coming, and this is the biggest thing in cryptos news-wise in a very, 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 very long time, and we're 2 days away. With that being said, there's also some other big news this week. And if you have not noticed, the crypto industry, or crypto in general, is very, very correlated to S&P 500, the news in Russia, the news in Europe, and it's also very heavily on inflation and the Fed. So like all the stuff. So typically when you have Bitcoin like being like an absolutely monster bull, Bitcoin doesn't really care. Bitcoin goes honey badger, doesn't really care what the S&P 500 is doing. Right now, this year, the overall year so far, Bitcoin's really, really cared what the S&P 500's done, which is not a good sign for like bullish continuation. You want Bitcoin to be a honey badger, not care. Right now, it really, really cares. And our great friend Doppel, one of our OGs of Rainbow Trends, posted this chart up, and it's worth repeating. And if you haven't followed him, go bomb his Twitter page and go send him some really inappropriate stuff to mess with him in a friendly manner. Let him know Rainbow Runner sent you. Go mess him up, blow up his inbox. Great dude. Dude's super smart, more calm than me by a long shot. But this is the economic calendar that we've got coming up this week. So, CPI print is tomorrow. F-merge is on Thursday. FOMC is the 21st. So, to break this down, inflation reports coming in tomorrow. I'm hearing rumors from some of my... How do I put this? Some people I know that it's going to be super low. Shockingly low. And if that happens, the markets will rally like crazy. Bitcoin, S&P 500, you name it, will rally. If these rumors are true, I don't know, but it's coming from some people that I tend to typically trust. So, who knows? I can tell you this, inflation numbers are heavily dependent on oil, and oil prices shrank big time last month. So on paper, this should go. CPI, so that's coming tomorrow, and then we're going to go into the ETH-merge. So CPI is going to rock crypto, ETH-merge is going to rock crypto, and then we also have... give me 1 second, let me try to find it, because I want to do this in order. Here it is. CME Group is launching Ether options allegedly this week. So right where they're going to do the merge, CME Group, if you ever hear people talk about CME gaps with Bitcoin, they're launching Ethereum stuff, options, or option trading this week as well. And it could be bullish, could be bearish. All I know is the last time they turned this on, Bitcoin was at 20K and it nuked all the way down to 3,000 over the next 9 months. So let's hope this time it's different, right? We don't really know. But this is going to shake the world, and it's not listed here, but CME's coming for Ethereum. So, also, since we talked CPI, this is some of the estimates that are coming in right now. This is what they're looking at. So, long story short, the really big industrial people with the big billionaires and all that stuff, the Mercedes, they're saying 7.9 to 8.3. And I can tell you this, if it comes in under 8, market is going to go haywire. If it also comes above like 8.5, market's going to go haywire. It's just going to pick a different direction. So, guess what? You don't know what this is. And if you admit you don't know, which it means you don't know what's going to happen next in the next week. So, be ready, be vigilant, watch it, set your alerts. Don't just blind long or blind short this stuff, because you don't know what's happening. And that's just the truth of it. And it's not to say you're not a badass because you don't know. It's maturity, and like your trading style is realizing that you don't know. And when you realize you don't know, you tend to typically risk off. And the guys who risk off don't lose their butts. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of people that think, oh, 100% it's going to happen, They all in, they over leverage, and stuff goes down. So this is kind of, I saw this and I thought I wanted to share it. So as an ETH Maxi from Kamikaze ETH, follow him if you don't. I think the merge will go smoothly, but the most entertaining scenario would be, for some reason, 66% precipitation in the staking is not hit. ETH stops finalizing blocks for multiple hours. Price nukes to sub 1K. Network corrects and price Dalai Lama's back to 2.5K. And then we get to see Hasaka post up his Dalai Lama means. You can go read into this stuff later if you want to go into the really details of how the ETH 2.0 will start. But it's kind of a funny scenario because I can tell you, like, if it jumps down to $1,000, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of it and I'm not gonna care. But that's just me. Do your own research. There's the CME. So, back to some Bitcoin news though. That's not a calendar event. Did you guys notice something happened this week? I hope you did. And I hope you noticed it was in regards to the hash rate. The Bitcoin miners in this energy crisis that we are in have hit an all-time high on hash rates. Frankly, I have no idea how they're doing this. I know hardware is getting cheaper, but the power costs are getting ridiculous. I know a lot of people that have been mining in the state that I live in have just turned it off because their fees have gone high, and I'm in a state that doesn't have expensive electricity. So I don't know how they're pulling this off, and I don't know where they are because I know they're damn sure not in Europe. They're probably on hydropower would be my guess, but I don't know. But hats off to these dudes because they pulled off something scrappy that no one else thought was really going to be coming. So hash on, my dudes. Keep trucking. This is awesome. Now, mind you, hash rate can go up during a bear market. All of 2018 hash rate increased. But with that being said, when hash rates drop, it's 100% bearish. It will always be bearish. But hash rate increasing isn't always bullish, so keep that in mind. But I'm going to still root for these miners because they secure the network. And I low-key want to be a miner myself with a big rig of Bitcoin stuff. And I want to do it. It's just I don't think the math works right now for me, especially my electricity costs. So I kind of wanted to, give a little bit of a comic relief. Rookie XBT's back and said, holy S, the Bears are effed. So haven't seen him in a minute, maybe a year. So happy to have the legend back. Rookie XBT's back, and he says the Bears are done. So kind of cool about that. Also comes some crazy news. Starbucks hopped into the NFT business. I didn't see this coming. I don't really like Starbucks, but I also drink coconut coffee, so don't listen to me. But it's kind of cool. And I forgot what chain it on. I think it's, does anybody know in the chat? I think it was Cosmos. I don't remember. But yeah, coffee's getting into the NFT business, which is yay. Adoption. Also on the flip side, Cream was hacked again. So Cream went through another security audit. It's another way to spin that one if you want to spin it bullish. And then the last one I wanted to cover as far as news stuff, and then we will get back to charts, I promised. Europe is kind of getting it into Russia right now, which is good. Russia has tried to squeeze Europe for energy costs, and the whole time they've just been in a position forced to have to pay Russia and Putin, and they've bankrolled him billions of euros. Long story short, you can follow this. I'll link it in the chat. You can follow this guy and read up on it, but essentially the Norwegians have stepped up and they're supplying majority of the natural gas and heating oil and stuff like that to Europe, and they're going to start really putting the financial implications and put a hole in Putin's budget for next year, which will hopefully help expedite this war, because if we can stop the war, markets can rally, can recover, people quit shooting at each other, and a lot of better things happen. So super excited about that. Norwegians have a special place in my heart, so it's really cool to see them get at it. But technically wise, Ethereum's rolling over at a higher low in a resistance block. I'm not bearish or bullish on that, but at the same time, the merge is coming in 2 or 3 days, so I really don't care about TA right now. I'm just kind of sitting back and watching. We shall see. We don't know, and we don't know. Bitcoin staging out in the middle of the range. This is the next target if we get it. Now, mind you, you should have been taking profit along the way up this thing, because we've already done a quite impressive run. Let me switch that over to red. That didn't do a damn thing. There we go. So that's where we're at with Bitcoin. And that should tell you the story about everything in crypto, because Ethereum and Bitcoin are running the show right now. And if you think otherwise, more power to you. I don't think a lot of people care what Doge is doing right now, but we can look at it. Yeah, Doge hasn't even jumped the creek yet. It's sitting on support. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. If we're looking at meme coins, we gotta look at SHIB. Nothing crazy. Frankly, most stuff's just kind of chilling out. Red, Zcash. Kind of looks like it's actually retesting, which is kind of nice. And by the way, this channel walker tool is coming out at the end of the month and is really good at catching creek jumps, for what it's worth. That doesn't really line up. Logs on, try log off. Nah. Nothing, I don't really have a read here. I thought I did. I was gonna look at it, but don't know. And frankly, I don't care. Like, I just want to get through this week, see Vitalik nail it or not. Sol was on a crazy run today, and you can see the entry bot DCAing in. We came back up. Thank you for the follow. Winter training. You got to tell us what your favorite coin is, and we will chart it. And it's got to be XRP or Hex. Those are the only two we chart for new people. I'm kidding. But yeah, definitely tag it in the chat. We'll go take a look. But yeah, Sol went on a pretty crazy run today. Was one of the biggest runners today, I think, as far as the top 20, 30. And it kind of rolled over, but we shall see if this keeps going up. FTX is getting a little bullish. So if FTX is getting bullish, I'm kind of thinking SHIB may. Excoburr. Yo. Why on earth is that a Twitch icon? For fuck's sakes. I want to check my Bcash. Because for whatever reason, Bcash has been trading to me like OG Zcash. It's barding. If you can't see them, these are the bards. I'll put it on 2 hours so it's a little easier to see. We had an inverted BART here. And I'm not saying go trade these, but all I'm saying is if you want to figure out how to do this, this is the Rainbow Trends version of doing it. And I don't know anybody else who knows how to do it, frankly. Not that I'm bragging, but I am kind of. Because I spent years trying to figure these damn things out. Now it kind of looks like we're barding again. But regardless, you want to see the color rotation, you want to see the RSI prints, you want to see the pivots slowing them down. If you're lucky, the sell signal will fire off. If you're an alpha beta tester, if you're a beta tester, you'll see the entry signals on the bottoms. But the big thing is a straight shot up and some sideways chop. Print your RSIs quit printing, and then the colors quit printing as well. It rotates and then it drops. Or it flips back up. But it's the same story over and over and over. And if you're not familiar why this happens, this is not natural at all. This is not normal humans. These are whales liquidating both sides of the order book. They're liquidating the bulls, they're liquidating the bears, and they're shaking everything out of the market they can so that they can suck it all up. It's unfortunate, it's very, very tricky, but as you can see, we've got pivot blocks here as well to help you guys out. There's your entries. Wrong tool. Oh, did it again. Pro streamer. Right? You see, that one didn't hit it, but the rest of them did for the most part. So, be careful with these. These can tear you alive. It's just the truth of it. Also, let me know if you guys like the Pokemon. I can turn them off if you guys don't like it, but I think they're kind of cool. Cake has also been going on a pretty raging run. It is almost back up to 470. If it gets above $5, we've really got to talk. But there is a block right there that we need to be cognizant of. Because I don't know if we're going to get through that. It'll be awesome if we do, but man, you got to remember, this thing got down to like $2, $2.50. Now it's up to $5 almost. It's amazing. But gotta remember, you remember how many coins DeFi lost? A lot of DeFi stuff completely dried up and didn't make it. So I can see why people weren't so big on it. And I wasn't either, but I was to myself was like, whatever survives, that's what I want to go long on it. Long term, just to bag up. So that'll be like Uni Sushi and maybe Aave, and then getting Cake, I guess. But it's looking okay. Let's look at some other DeFi. And if you guys have some DeFi in the chat, let me know and I'll take a look. Yeah, Uni did a channel walk and then it dumped, so I don't touch channel walks at this point. So I'm out on that one. It already did a crazy run. Sushi. It's kind of messing around in the middle. Let me get back to 4 hour. Yeah, we got a sell signal today, so I wouldn't touch that yet. Maybe you get a bounce here at $1.20. If not, maybe back to 104. I wouldn't really call that a bar, but that does look like an inverted head and shoulders. Yeah, we can take a look at those. Proxy, you're talking about pairs. We can look at it, but it typically doesn't work too well because forex pairs don't move much at all. So the colors don't really show any. It's just like straight green or straight red. CRV, it's just chatting around sideways. Hold on 1 second, guys. Alright, let me kill the drawings here. So we're looking at Aave. This is the Litecoin pattern, and I don't really know what to do with it yet. And then we got a sell signal as well in the 4 hour, so I'm not crazy about that. No Fletch, you're banned. We can look at JPY though, but it won't look right. Something you may need to put on like 3 days. Ugh. Their volume is messed up if it looks like that. Let me try another exchange. It looks okay, but I don't really ever mess with this, so I can't give you guys really good reads, but that's what it would look like. But you need to go to like 3 day, and that's the same thing with like the DXY. The DXY doesn't really show colors unless you're like on the 3 day, and even then it's pushing it. But we shall see. We had an order block up here at the 120 to 118. We might as well get into this, and then the 103 to like basically 100, and we're kind of in the center of it. And you got a magnet. Like, are we gonna get to here? I don't know. I would love to see this thing roll over and die, because if this does roll over and die, the stocks are going to go up. Because the higher this DXY goes up, the dollar's just going to suck everything down, because the dollar's more powerful than the stocks. So I don't want to see this. But today it actually pulled back, so it was kind of nuking this morning, and I think Malifestro hit it up in the Discord when he spotted it. Let me check oil, because I have not checked that today, and you'll see me go into it blind. Go to 4 hours. Yeah, not looking too good. This was so easy to chart, and now we've been channel walking down. We broke through the channel walk, but now we're like back in it, and now we're messing with these pivots. So the pivot from like $87 to $90 is really what I'm watching. Just is what it is. That's cool. I didn't know the commands works like that. That's cool, Wowie. Yeah, I don't know how to make that thing do anything. Unfortunately. I don't even see. I know I can drop bombs. See ya. Take a look at the SPX. I think SPX as well. Yeah, so the SPX fully rallied. Holler at your boy with these sell signals because these are top notch on H4 and these are default settings. But if you've noticed, there's a pivot right here at 41,115 and we tagged it today and bounced off. So we'll see what happens tomorrow because this is all about CPI report tomorrow. CPI is good, this goes up. CPI is bad, this goes down. And if S&P goes down, so does Bitcoin. So, anyway, we shall see. I want to check on Tesla too. I want to check on a few stocks if you guys don't care. Otherwise, post up what you want me to look at and I'll look at it. Tesla with a beautiful pivot bounce. That's awesome. With an awesome color rotation and a sell signal. If you don't know, like, this is one of the stocks I always like to show and use for like demos. Like, Tesla loves rainbow trends. And if you didn't know, these sell signals were actually when like the Musks sold. Elon and his brother, the one with the cowboy hat. They fired off the same day. So it's quite awesome. Now we'll see what this goes. This is broken above this pivot and maybe we get a retest. But you can see, like, that's the target if we get going. But that's a big ask, and then earnings are coming up in October, so it's gonna be a minute. Do need to check on Costco too. Yeah, bouncing off the channel walker tool. We swung for that pivot and missed it. Actually printed a sell signal before we made that swing. That's a sweet move. And this is just kind of like a demo of like what this is going to do. The tuning's pretty much done for this tool. So shout out to all the beta testers, but just a default Costco trade would have been 22% there with that if you'd have just listened for the entry and the sell. It's not perfect, but it really is going to push you guys, and not push you, but it's going to point out some stuff to you guys you're not going to want to long when you probably should. What is, there it is, Netflix was the other one that nuked. Yeah. Tag. I want to check Amazon as well. Amazon looks like the Tesla chart, kind of. That's insane. Kind of cool. And what's really cool too is check out the channel walker tool. Rejection, breakout, retest, send. Kind of cool. The more you get like comfortable with the tools, the easier it is for you to do damage. And I'm getting more used to this channel walker tool, but it's becoming one of my favorites. Anywho, is there anything? Man, everything's red right now. Except, well, there's some. Nothing I even really recognize, though. Is there anything nuking? Loom. Oh yeah, Loom. Loom completely blew out. I don't know what the story was, but there's your Rainbow Trends short opportunity if you ever needed one. That's crazy. Let's see what the 2-hour sales signal was. The 2-hour was here. It's free falling. These probably come down to 7.8. Anywho, so many people. It's gonna be a big day tomorrow, and then it's gonna be a big day Thursday. By the way, there's the whales. Slam 1, Slam 2. We'll see if there's a Slam 3, but it's rolling over dead right now. I would not long this. Also, well, I'm just sitting here looking at stuff. This is probably a good time for me to mention the TrendSpider code. 1 second, let me find it. Yep. So copy image. So if you didn't know, Rainbow Trends is kind of buddies with TrendSpider now, and I'm super impressed with their team. And I don't make a dollar or a dime or a penny off this, but we managed to get you guys the best discounts around since I forfeited all the potential kickbacks. You guys can get deeper discounts and you get double the free trial. So definitely go check them out because they can do some advanced stuff that's like up Doppel's alley that I'm still learning. But they're such a cool team. I just want to give them a shout out and go check it out because it's risk free. Show them some love. And then this is the code. I'll drop it in the chat. But if you go to that actual link and use the code Rainbow45, all caps, you can get the deeper discount. And I can tell you that is the best affiliate discount there is. And it's technically not an affiliate discount because, like I said, I gave up the money because I don't want to do any affiliate stuff personally. Maybe one day, but I don't want to have any type of fees for Twitch or any of our content. If you want to support Rainbow Trends and our guys here, go show love by subscribing to the tools. But don't think you owe me any donations or anything like that, or use my affiliate links. Because my God, I get about... This week's been crazy. I think I've had 5 affiliate links or affiliate programs for exchanges hit me this week, and I've actually asked them to a few of them to put me on your do not call list or something because I'm getting so tired of these DMs. But anyway, and frankly, it's exchanges I'm not even really interested in. One was, but I digress. Anyway, but yeah, go show them some love. It'd be cool. CoinGlass is another one I wanted to take a look at before I gotta go. Shoot, it's already late. I want to see the liquidation data. So wow, $250 million was lost today. Longs versus shorts. Kind of in the middle. Nothing really standing out. I do want to take a look at the funding, especially for Ethereum. Wow. All of these are negative, which means you get paid to be long on Ethereum. Way negative. So I guess the markets in general is shorting. Bitcoin's not, but Ethereum is. They're shorting Bitcoin and they're longing, or they're longing Bitcoin and they're shorting Ethereum. Let's hope the counter trades work. Anyway, this is CoinGlass, by the way. If you haven't seen it, it's a free website. It's pretty awesome. To your question, Fletch, I've started looking into it. TrendSpider is going through an ungodly amount of upgrades over the next year, and they want Rainbow Trends on there, but it's all the Rainbow stuff is written in PineScript, and PineScript is a TradingView only thing, so I can't just translate it. It's looking like I would have to convert it all to Pine or to Python or JavaScript, which I don't know either of those. So it would take me quite a while. Since I'm self-taught on Pine, it would take a long time. And frankly, with all the website stuff, my daily life, being a dad, a father to 2 kiddos, it's just not in the cards right now. But it's something I am interested in because frankly, if I don't have my tools on, I'm blind. So I'm not very good at TrendSpider because I can't turn on all my tools. So I did get access to their developer background though, which isn't open to the public yet. So maybe we'll see. I got to start playing with it and learn it. Because that's the other thing is I'm not just going to hand somebody the source code that I've worked on for 5 years and like, here, figure out how it works and put it on there. It's a long story, but that's roughly what it means. But I couldn't be more bullish on TrendSpider or their team in general. it's nothing but rock stars, and they couldn't be nicer. So that's why I, like, if you notice, I don't do any affiliates, but I have a TrendSpider affiliate, and I have it set up to where we don't make a dime off of it. It all goes back to you guys. So like, show them some love because it's a good thing, and I'm not making money off this. So anyway, can't stress that enough because there are people begging for handouts everywhere. KNC free falling with a hell of a sell signal. Is Link doing bad too? Yep, Link hit the pivot block and broke through. If this gives out on 760, this is not going to be good. We may retest 660. So, not wanting to see this. And remember, this thing, Link follows Ethereum, but lags it a little bit. Litecoin the same way. Shoot, that would have been a nice play. It's on 2 hour. Nothing on the 2 hour. But that's a full RSI rotation there. FYI. Blues to pinks to blues to greens, and then they stopped and then it went up. If you can get a 2 or 4 hour candle after some green rotations like that with no RSIs on them, like, you're looking at a really nice entry. No matter what you do. And that's an 18% move on Litecoin, which doesn't move at all. It's amazing how many Litecoin posts I see every day on Twitter. Wi-Fi is back down. If you can't see the pivot block, she's right there. And that's where you want to get long until it quits working anymore. Now that one printed it, and this one printed the confirmation, but there's your longs. And there's your pivot block up high. That was your resistance. So you want to really take profit in these areas. And you can see, wicked it there, wicked into it there, broke through it briefly. But boom, long short, or entry sell, entry sell, entry sell. However you want to spin it, but that's what it means. Anyway. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for following along. Let me see if anybody is on that I know on Twitch. We can send him some love. He is on. Alright, let's go raid Kimba. I'll see you guys. Yeah, I do. What's Fletch? It should act like support and resistance line. Think of it like kind of like an EMA, but it's not. But anyway, I will see you guys. Thank you for the follows. Catch us out on the Discord. Later.
Somebody said it in chat, so I was like, you know what? Let's throw it in real quick.